Hello everyone, welcome to the third episode of our circuit series. I really believe the first two episodes were really useful to you. I can see all the positive feedbacks and your kind comments. Keep them coming. Also, please subscribe to my channel to get all the future videos. Now let's get into today's episode. In today's episode, we are going to see a LED lamp circuit which is made up of 20 LEDs and powered by a battery. This circuit also includes a battery protection unit. The main reason that we use a battery protection unit to prevent the load from completely discharging the battery. The reason is when you discharge a rechargeable battery completely, then it will considerably reduce the number of life cycle it can be used. Even worse, it can cease working. This circuit can be split into two sections. First one is battery protection unit and the second one is LED lamp unit. Let's take a look at the working of battery protection unit first. This circuit uses a 3-cell lithium-ion battery which has a nominal voltage of 11.1 volt. Nominal voltage of a single lithium-ion cell is 3.7 volt. So, when connecting 3 cells together, it results in 11.1 volt. It is suggested to discharge a lithium-ion battery up to 20% of its total battery capacity before recharging again. In other words, you can use 80% of charge in fully charged lithium-ion battery before recharging again. Using more than 80% of charge will reduce the life of battery. If you look at the discharge curve of a lithium-ion battery, you can see this battery will exhibit 3.9 volt per cell when fully charged. That is, when this battery is close to 100% capacity. Even though the voltage shown in the graph extends up to 4.25 volt, lithium-ion batteries have the tendency to drop its voltage to a nominal level of 3.9 volt as soon as you take it out of charger. Therefore, we are choosing 3.9 volt for our circuit design. As you can see in the graph, the lithium-ion battery holds its voltage at 3.75 volt till its capacity reaches close to 30%. But when it is discharged further to 20%, it drops its voltage to 3.6 volt per cell. So, equating this to our 3-cell lithium-ion battery, we will get 10.8 volt. This means we need to stop discharging the battery when our battery voltage reaches 10.8 volt. An important thing to note here is the above conditions is considered to be true for a typical lithium-ion battery, although different batteries from different manufacturers tend to have their own nominal voltage and cutoff voltage. So, it is recommended to check the battery's datasheet to fetch these critical details. For the purpose of battery protection, we are going to use a voltage shunt regulator TL431. This TL431 has 3 pins. This is pretty much similar to a Zener diode where it takes a small current, cathode current, and regulates a steady voltage across the cathode here. The main difference between this shunt regulator and Zener diode regulator is that Zener diodes only give a constant steady voltage across its cathode, whereas this shunt regulator is capable of delivering an output voltage from 2.5 volt to 36 volt. This reference pin here is responsible for modifying the output across the cathode. When the voltage across this reference pin changes, the voltage across the cathode changes here. The important thing to remember here is the voltage at this pin should be greater than 2.5 volt in order to successfully regulate the voltage across this cathode. So, if the voltage at this point drops below 2.5 voltage, the output across this cathode will also drop to 0. We are going to use this property of TL431 to cut off our battery when the voltage across the battery falls below 10.8 volts. I'm going to explain this shortly. Now let's see how to fix the reference voltage here about 2.5 volt. For the purpose of fixing the reference voltage, we are going to use a voltage divider network built out of R1 and R2. This R1 and R2 will divide the incoming voltage and supply it to the reference pin of TL431. We are also going to use a resistor R3 to limit the current that is flowing to TL431, as well as we can also obtain the output voltage from this terminal of TL431. The output voltage obtained from this point can be calculated using the formula that is provided in the datasheet. The formula is V0 equal to 1 plus R1 divided by R2 into V reference, where V reference is 2.25 volt. That is already been given in the datasheet for this particular component TL431. Now we need to fix the output voltage from TL431 as 10.8 volt. This is a voltage at which we need to stop the battery from discharging. That is, we need to cut off the battery from the load, which is our LED, and we need to stop the current draw at this point of time. So I'm going to apply my values to this particular formula, and I'm going to fix the value of R2 as 100K in order to obtain the R1 value. So fixing these values will give my R1 as 332 kilo ohms, and I'm going to choose 330 kilo ohm resistor as that is the standard one. As I said earlier, when the voltage at reference pin goes below 2.5 voltage, output voltage will drop to 0 as well. We can use the voltage divider formula with R1 and R2 to determine the voltage at this point during the various capacity stages of the battery. So when the battery is fully charged, that is when the voltage across the battery is exhibited as 11.1 volt, then output voltage to this point will be 2.581 volt. This is more than our reference voltage. Therefore, the output voltage will be regulated to 10.8 volt. When the battery is being consumed and when it reaches 20% of its capacity, then voltage across the battery will be 10.8 volt. At this point, the voltage divider will divide this voltage, and the voltage at this point will be 2.512 volt. Now, this is still higher than our reference voltage. Therefore, output voltage will be regulated to 10.8 volt as well. But when the voltage across the battery drops to 10.7 volt, here the voltage will be less than 2.5 volt, and therefore the output voltage will no longer be regulated and it will drop to 0. Here we also use the resistor R3 to regulate the input current, because we need to regulate the input current to TL431 from 1 milliamps to 100 milliamps in order to achieve the output voltage regulation. Before we head into LED lamp section, allow me to introduce you guys to PCBWay.com. If you are interested in designing circuits and prototyping your designs, PCBWay can make your designs come to reality. Also, you stand a chance to win sponsorship from them to build your project for real. Visit www.pcbway.com and check out their services. I also left the link in description, so it will be convenient for you. Let's get into the LED lamp section of our circuit. Here we are using a special LED known as UVC LEDs. This is capable of generating UV lights. This LED has a forward voltage of about 5 volt and it can draw 50 milliamps of current. Here we are using about 20 LEDs in this configuration, and this configuration can take about 500 milliamps of current from the battery. Here we are using a N-channel MOSFET Q1 IRF510. This MOSFET is capable of driving a load up to 5 amps of current. Therefore, it will fit our purpose. When the regulation from TL431 is on, here the voltage will be 10.8 volt. This voltage will drive the gate and therefore current from the drain will pass on to the source and it closes the circuit. Therefore, our LED will light up. But when our battery voltage drops below 10.8 volt, here the voltage will be 0 and therefore the gate will receive no driving voltage and therefore there will be no current flowing from the source to drain. And it flows from drain to source. This results in turning off of the LED and therefore our battery is successfully cut off from our load, which is a LED, and it will prevent further drawing of current. Let's take a quick look at the summary of our circuit. When the battery is in fully charged state, it will exhibit 11.1 volt across it. This will enable the reference voltage to be about 2.5 volt. Now, the regulation voltage across TL431 will be 10.8 volt. Now, because of this gate voltage, MOSFET will turn on, thus enabling the current from LED to flow to drain and to source, thus completing the circuit, and now the LEDs will turn on. When the battery capacity is being consumed more than 80%, that is when the battery capacity falls below 20%, now the battery voltage will be 10.8 volt. So at this case, the reference voltage falls below 2.5 volt and therefore the voltage across this cathode will fall to 0. Now the gate voltage is not enough to turn on the MOSFET, therefore the LEDs will turn off. Thus, this will prevent the battery discharge of our load when it crosses a certain capacity. Hope this video was informative to you. Do check out the link in the description if you would like to know more about this circuit with detailed explanation and calculations. Be sure to check out our circuits library, which has about 200 plus circuits, each categorized for easier browsing. I have left the link in the description. Do check it out. If you have any queries, suggestions or feedbacks, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, if you like us to cover a specific type of circuit, please let us know as well. We'll be interested to do so. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Hit the bell icon if you would like to be notified about our future videos. Check out the other episodes of this circuit series in this space. Thank you. See you next time.